And how did you get through it? Like, how did you overcome the challenge?
Well, that was also the time that an app screen reader NVDA just became a big deal, and it was for free, so I could like download it on my laptop, and my laptop would talk to me, so I could like type whatever I needed, do my essays, uh, whatever I needed to write. And it just opened a new world to me. I remember when I came to RLabs, we also had I had downloaded NVDA on my laptop, but my laptop was so slow and it was so full of things that yo, I don't know how we got through it, because every time it would crash, and Google Chrome wasn't working too well, and we had to get Firefox and all of those stuff. But we made it through. So, but when I got to Botswana, I had a better computer, a better laptop, and so on. And luckily, with all of that, I was able to really navigate these things. So it was quite cool.
I don't know about you ladies, but firstly, Hannah, you've got a very cool voice. So I understand why you would want to go into, broadcasting. I'm hoping that that is something that you would consider moving forward. And then, you know what? I love the fact that you were just like, every challenge you like, you know what, I overcame it. You know what, it's like a whole new world, and I wish that we could have more people, look at their challenges in this way. Harry, I'm going to ask you another question. How best would you describe your experience within the RLabs Namibian environment, and so maybe if you could share maybe like one defining moment that you had at that time.
I think the biggest and one of the biggest moments that I still look back on today was I met Brent and Renee,
Mm-hmm.
and when I met them, I thought these people were going to be scared of teaching a blind person. But they took up the challenge. It was so crazy. I thought, oh my goodness, um, they're gonna be so super scared right now, because nobody has ever, or nobody, not many people dares to go that route. So at that time, not even universities really had a place for students with visually impairment in Namibia. I think the only university that was doing it was UNAM. I'm not even sure if other universities here are doing it now, but so it was crazy that they even took up the challenge. And honestly speaking, they were awesome, because they just did it. I don't know how they did it. They just did it. It worked.
I love it. Are we not happy that they just did it, man? Thank you again. Thank you so much to Renee Parker. Thank you so much, to Brent Williams for being such real, brave champions, and thank you so much, Harry, for being like, okay, let me see what these people are gonna come up with. Whatever they come up with, I'm there. And that's what I absolutely love about you, Harry. And just to talk about what it is, sorry, just to get into that, I would love for Emily and Uva to take a moment just to share, what are some of the things that when you think of Harry, what have you learned about what have you taken from his experience?
Okay, thank you, Crystal, so much. I'm actually very blown away. And it also now takes me back. Was it the first episode where Renee said she met this blind individual or visually impaired individual? But one thing that stood out from him was, even though he's blind, he still had a vision. And this is one of the things that, as you can see, Harry, the computer crashes, he downloads the app again, all this, but nothing keeps him back. Like he does not fall in. He does not fall and relax. He falls, gets up, and see what he can do furthermore. So one thing that I don't know if I have learned or I am learning from Harry is that let us not let our circumstances keep us back. Let's fall hard and get up harder. Yeah, that's all I will say for now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So much for that, Uvatira. Emily?
All right. Thank you. So my memory is going back to 2012 now. So me and Harry, we were classmates of per se, because we were both attending the first ever social media training. And actually we had a lot of group activities. I'm not sure if Harry remembers that, but me and him were mostly, when we were grouped into 2 to 3 or 4 groups of people, would always be in the same group most of the time. And one thing I picked up from Harry during that course is that he is a go-getter. And even though we have when we have a topic to do a group presentation or an exercise, Harry would always be the first one to say something. You know, when you are all coming together in the group, then Harry would say, okay, guys, what are we going to do? So, and then one thing I liked is that he would always try and repeat the task or the question, the instruction given, for him to understand it better. So he'd always say, okay, Emily, did I understand it correctly? We need to do A, B, and C. And then, so he was really a go-getter. And no matter what, just like he said, whatever challenges came towards him, he would always he was not one to give up. Even though there was a time whereby his keyboard would just say the letters, but would not really say what is his password. And then he would always be like, don't worry. I mean, he's even the one who's supposed to be stressed out about it, but he'll be like, don't worry, we'll find a solution to this. So that is really something. He's a very, very passionate young man. And yes, I've really learned a lot from him, that your circumstances or environment should not stop you from what you want to do. He had a vision that he wanted to learn something, and he probably already had the vision that he wanted to do something in line of broadcasting as a self-employed individual. And then after that course, when he picked up learning about online presence, he also went further to study broadcasting in Botswana. So I'm really, really proud of someone that is a go-getter, and I absolutely love those characters about Harry.
Thank you so much. Emily, you know what? Just talking about being a go-getter, and of course, these women, you know, they know you much longer than what I obviously know you. But you know, I'm curious. After all these years, what is Harry doing now? You know, how are you? You know, just challenging the status quo, in this crazy times, as you've mentioned it. Yeah, so what is Harry up to now?
Well, I've got a bigger beard than most people, and and it's a little gray. So the only good part about it is that I don't see that it's gray.
It's a good one. Oh my goodness.
And I have a daughter now, so she really needs some taking care of. So I need to put in the work. And I started. I picked up piano again, and I'm doing piano, and I play piano in hotels, at different events and weddings, and so on. So I play. Last year was like the big year for me, because that year I was like, yo, I'm getting rich. So I had contracts like with a whole lot of different companies and so on. The most big one was me playing for the First Ladies Foundation, the First Lady, and yeah, with the president and everybody in the building like that. That was crazy. And also last year, I did a video, sort of a music video with the United Nations, where they did for the 75th birthday celebrations. They released a song called "Better Tomorrow" with different artists from Namibia, and I was basically playing piano on that. So the video is out. It's called "Better Tomorrow." It's on YouTube, and
Wow.
just forgive me for being a little frozen on that video. It was just, yo, I wasn't moving. I was like motionless. I don't know, was I stunned or something? I'm not sure.
We are definitely going to check that out. So, by the sounds of it, Harry, it sounds like you self-employed. So, amongst everything else, Harry is, of course, he's a champion, he's a father, he's an entrepreneur, he's a go-getter. I mean, come on, what else do we need to hear today? So just one more, just in closing, Harry, if you found yourself, and hopefully not stunned, okay, no, hopefully not frozen, if you found yourself on the stage, in front of 2 billion people, in front of 2 billion young people, the next generation of, people, what would you tell them? What would your words of encouragement be to them? Over to you, Harry.
Um, my biggest inspiration in life was always my mom, for example. My mom, she would tell me, no, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And many times I've seen her, like I've experienced it, and she took us into the room and she would get on her knees and she would pray, and she would just bring that words of affirmation, that words that make you want to move on and make you want to go on. And that is what I would love for people to know, is like to find the people that inspire you, the people that can bring that spark, that hope inside of you. And just those people are just all around. They're everywhere. And yeah, just get close to them. It's never all of us, we stumble. I may be blind right now, and I stumbled across and found my way. And I feel like everybody does. It's just the same for everybody else. We stumble across, try this and we try that, and that don't work. We try the next thing, that don't work. We try the next one. So the big deal here is you can't quit. You gotta try. You gotta try. You gotta get up there and try. And I always want to say to the people that struggle with work and all of that stuff, it's really within you. Whether you're going to change the situation, change your environment, and it can only change if you can get up there and make it happen. Get out there and make it happen.
I don't know about you ladies, but I have goosebumps. There you heard it this morning, this afternoon, at whichever time you are watching this episode. Get up and just do it, get out there. Emily and Watera, do you have any last words to our amazing guest this afternoon, or at least this morning? Emily, Watera?
All right. Wow. We have goosebumps. We are speechless. You know what they say when someone, a powerful speaker, just speaks and then you are given the spotlight to go after. Honestly, I really just love the message that Harry's putting it out there, saying that find people that inspire you, find someone that brings out that spark in you. And it's really true that those people are out there. They are out there. You would eventually find someone you like, okay, this is actually what I want to do. And I'm inspired because Uvatera or Christine or Harry is doing this. And yes, the people are out there. And I just love the message where he says, you can't quit, you gotta try. That is absolutely amazing. You can't quit, you gotta try. And oftentimes we always feel like, okay, this is no longer working. And I tried, we reach that breaking point whereby we're like, I'm throwing in the towel. But ladies and gents, in Harry Reader's voice, you can't quit, we gotta keep trying. Thank you so much.
Uvatera.
Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. I swear it's a beautiful morning. And I love how passionate Harry is really about making his life a better place, making a good living for his family, and like really looking at the fact that he has circumstances, and we all have circumstances, but that is not keeping him back. So to this afternoon or this morning, whoever is watching from, wherever they're watching from, I just want you to be inspired and really look or listen to Harry's story and look at it and think of like you could be not virtually impaired. You could be having all your body parts as they are supposed to be. But you are seated relaxed, waiting for the government to provide a job or waiting for the government to come through for you. So in this session, I just want to encourage someone or shake someone that look at Harry, look at where he is, look at how positive he is. What is keeping you back?
Mm,
And now is your time to move.
I love
Move out of the hole you have dug for yourself and get up and do the best with what you have where you are. Just start and just do it.
just do it. I love it. Let's take responsibility for our own lives. Ladies and gentlemen, young people, senior people, it's never ever too late. Harry is still, he's still going. He's not giving up. He's not quitting. This has been a real inspirational session. Thank you so much, Harry, for joining us. On this episode, it's been really, really good. It's been lovely meeting you as well.
Could I say something though?
Yes, you may. You may.
Oh, I have just in case you all would like to follow me or something. I have my page, Music by Harry Reader. So that's Music by Harry, and then RHEEDER. So all my music clips that I do at wherever I do them, they go on there. I do cover songs. I don't do like I haven't written my own stuff yet.
Not
So I do covers and I play those and yeah, so that's basically what the page is about. I hope you guys will be able to find it and like it, please, and so on.
and subscribe. It's Music by Harry Reader. I think we'll
Yes,
definitely make sure that it goes on our page right now. To all our viewers watching this episode, please go and subscribe, comment, follow this incredible talent. Harry, you know what? We wish you everything of the best for this journey, and we hope to have you back with us in the future. It's been really, really good. Thank you so much, Harry, Uvatera, as well as Emily. That is definitely a wrap for this session.